If you're into the patient storytelling of a Western mixed with some anxious action, you might want to check out Tornado. It stars Jack Lowden and Tim Roth and gives us a stylistic tale of revenge. Set in the rugged landscape of 1790s Britain, Tornado finds herself caught in a perilous situation when she and her father's traveling puppet show crosses paths with a ruthless criminal gang. In an attempt to create a new life, Tornado seizes the opportunity to steal gold from the gang's most recent heist, creating the pursuit of her life. So this is a slow movie. I mean, the storytelling is just like a Western, complete with a band of villains who brings havoc and fear across the plains as they go. And the story also just sort of begins. I mean, it thrusts us into the middle-ish portion of the plot before going back and then showing us what led to this opening scene. And this isn't anything new or groundbreaking, but it does create a burst of energy right from the start. The basic premise is that Tim Roth leads a band of thieves, which also includes Jack Lowden and Rory McCann. And they've stolen a stash of gold, which then gets taken from them, leading them on a pursuit through the plains of the UK in search of both the loot and the thief. Now, the reason this film is titled Tornado is because we meet a young woman who is part of a traveling band of entertainers, basically just this roaming circus. And she and her father put on a puppet show that features samurais. And we get to see a show, and it is creatively executed, giving us some vibrant colors that contrast really nicely against the more drab and neutral landscapes. And the play they put on also somewhat mimics and then foreshadows what the film's story is going to hold, subtly teasing some of the themes that are at play. The cinematography for this is just beautiful and haunting. We're shown the scale and the grandeur of the surroundings and just the way that it dwarves all of the characters who travel through it. And I liked how it could make both characters and circumstances insignificant while then transitioning to provide more intimate framings that created more of this connection with the characters, thanks to just the physical closeness of the camera. Now, I think where the film falters the most is that we are not given any reason to care about the characters. I mean, it's easy to root against the baddies here. Tim Roth, he's just ruthless and cutthroat. Jack Lowden is conniving and scheming. And then the rest of the henchmen, they're basically just yes men who do what they're told in pursuit of the loot. And while we can't feel a small sense of compassion or sympathy for Tornado, just simply based on her circumstances, she is a complete stranger as well. So there isn't any real connection that's built for her within the storytelling. So what ends up happening is that we have a pursuit movie that looks great, has some cruel and callous villains, a charismatic protagonist, and that's about it. I mean, the crux of the story, it's lackluster and unengaging. I mean, yeah, there is a bit of tension just thanks to the pursuit, but unlike a great Western, our hero's undefined, just simply good versus bad. Or better yet, an unwilling participant who's mixed up in a greedy pursuit. And that's why this is a tricky film to like. I mean, there's menace from the scoundrels, the patient building of dread that comes from the chase, and then the visuals, I thought they were enveloping. But the lack of a compelling storyline, combined with undefined characters all the way around, makes this difficult even to become mildly invested in all that's happening. Good visuals that can't offset an uninspired plot and unknown characters, which is what Tornado hopes to do, which is distract us with pretty imagery in hopes it will not pay attention to the lack of anything else of substance within the movie. There's no sex or nudity, there's some profanity, and then a bunch of brutal violence. I give Tornado 2 out of 5 couches. I was bummed that this wasn't better just because it certainly had the elements that could have made this good had they been capitalized on. All right, are you a fan of Westerns? Do you have a favorite? I mean, it could be modern or traditional. Just let me know some of the ones that you love in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.